Gods and Scholars by Bruno Soltych from Lipscomb University. I've divided this presentation in two sections, but first let's look at a quick summary of the evolution of Assassin's Creed games. Assassin's Creed games were born in 2007 and they continued on almost every year.
Take the advantage and get the kill button.
The games have a similar combat and similar mechanics until 2017 when the Assassin's Creed Origin came out, which was followed right after Assassin's Creed Odyssey in 2018.
Adrenaline is earned.
And the newest game is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which is coming out this year. Assassin's Creed Origins, that came out in 2017, had a special feature which is called the Discovery Tour. Discovery Tours allowed players to play uninterrupted and see ancient Egypt through the eyes of a first century Egyptian. Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which came out a year later, also had this amazing feature. And in my opinion, they took it to another level with the details and amount of possibilities on Discovery Tours.
In the painstakingly detailed world built for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which you are free to explore at your own pace, without any danger or time pressure.
I have combined this paper into two sections. The first section is the exploration of the temples, and the second part of the paper, which is going to be focused on the religion in the gameplay. So let's dig in. This is the map of ancient Greece made for scale so the game is playable. The map contains 16 sanctuaries and 41 temples. The first one is Athens, Parthenon, the Temple of Athena. As you can see in the ones who visited Greece and Athens, the games give an exact view of Acropolis. The Parthenon is depicted accurately with most of it original decoration that are still standing there, and also with addition to others. Metopeias are also depicted, however it was more onto the artist who decided where to put them, because most of them were not preserved. Instead of the temple was completely redone and redrawn based on historical records. Next we go into the sanctuary of Delphi, to the temple of Apollo. The game creators made a lot of details concerning the sanctuary of Delphi, and here we have the pilgrimage pool where the pilgrims would wash before entering the sanctuary. As our character moves through the city, on our left we can see a Sibyl rock, who was an oracle at Delphi. And finally we come to the Temple of Apollo, which is a recreation of a temple based on archaeological finds. Here we can also see an altar to Apollo outside of the temple. In the back of the temple we can see the statue of Delphic Charites made out of bronze. And for our last city, we're going to Olympia to see the Temple of Zeus. Temple of Zeus is another reconstruction of the artist based on archaeological excavation and modern rendering. At the side there's only one column left, and based on that column they recreated the rest of the columns in the game. The inside of the temple looks spectacular, but again it is artistic reconstruction. With that said, let's see what the authors of the game have to say about the reconstructions of ancient Greece.
With Athens, I think the Acropolis and sort of those super iconic places that people are still visiting now, 2,000 years later, that we try to be as accurate as possible to, this temple to Demeter was here, this temple to Athena was here, this statue was there. Oh, this wasn't built yet, so we can't put it there. That was very accurate what we tried to do, and I think if you walk there and if you've been to the Parthenon, you do feel that. We also saw that a lot of those places are destroyed now. If you go to Delphi or some other places, Olympia, where the first Olympics was held, is a lot of knocked over columns and things like that, which you can sort of see the reproductions of what it used to be. So it's a bit harder for the artist to know exactly, okay, what did this look like? But on the same token, it's also, okay, so we can be a little more diverse in how we want to approach it or how it should look like.
It changed the way that we made plans before leaving to Greece and tried to picture what it would look like. And then when we came back, that was the time to now we need to make choices, and then we need to make the right choices. So we had a specialist with us, Stephanie, that is our historian, and really went through in ancient Greek, because you could read ancient Greek in old Herodotus stuff and everywhere, trying to find the right references for us and try to capture the little details that we couldn't pick up anywhere, and really for us to make the right choices.
We are now going to our second part of this presentation, the view of religion in the game. The game can be played with two characters, Alexios and Cassandra. I'm going to look at 3 missions which start quite early at the game and give us a good concept of what the game thinks of religion, which might change later.
What do you want, Phoebe?
You know Kausos?
The town on the other side of the island. Why?
People that are sick. And my friend Kina is too. There is a blood fever. They say it's a curse and they need help from the gods.
I told you, I'm not a god.
But Ikaros
Is a bird.
that doesn't mean you can't help.
All right. I'll look into it.
Alexios decides to look into the issue with the plague.
If the gods won't help you, this sickness must be destroyed by our hands. We have no choice.
Help us!
He won't let us go.
What's going on?
Kausos was consumed by plague. We couldn't keep up with the bodies. It was spreading. We had to intervene.
They killed our brothers, our neighbors.
We survived the massacre, but he'll kill us now.
The gods have abandoned us. The sick must join the dead if we are to save the living.
There is a notion that the gods are alive, and the people believe in it. Even our characters uses the reference.
You're a hero!
That priest came from the underworld. Some man of the gods.
The real God sent you. Time to go. We're well enough to travel, but need healing.
Before you go, take my drachmi. It can't pay for what you gave us, but it's all we have.
Forget about that. Just travel safely.
You're a gift from the gods, Eagle Bearer. I hope they bless you.
You don't look so good.
I angered them, I think. The gods.
It's possible. I hear they can be vengeful.
I used to worship Hermes at the Droorati cave. There are gods there too, you know.
In the cave?
They grant wishes if you bring them tribute. So everyone makes an offering and asks for something in return. No wishes of mine granted though. I'm running out of money and tribute. I'm poor myself, you know. I did something wrong.
You know Hermes. He can be a trickster.
Oh, but there are many gods in this cave, all asking for different things. Go hear them yourself. You'll get my last tribute if you do. I need to know if they're real.
All right, don't worry. I'll go.
Oh, thank you. Remember, be careful where you step, Mistios. You'll be walking on holy ground.
We'll see about that.
We have Cassandra going to the cave, exploring, finding out that the robbers are stealing the food and money and all the gifts, and after she kills them all, she comes back.
No gods in the caves. Only bandits stealing people's hopes and drachmi.
I knew it! Thieves!
At least you know you won't face Zeus's wrath. Maybe he'll take pity on you.
I hope Zeus brings his wrath on those bandits.
Don't worry. I brought mine. That should be good enough.
During the mission Hungry God, we come to a section and start of the mission called Merciful Gods, where this interaction happens.
All I can offer you is devotion, but I need your help. I'm poor. I have 4 hungry children and nothing else. I weave baskets for the market, but my cart is ruined. How can I repair it? Or sell my wares without it? Without you?
I'm listening, child of Hermes.
Oh, mighty God, I beg you, help me.
Your prayer is heard. You will find riches at your door sooner than you expect.
I knew you'd listen. My every sunrise and sunset is yours. Everything beneath my humble roof in Sami is devoted to you.
Yes. Now, go home and wait for fate to intervene.
I will, great God, I will.
Well, if money is what she needs, the bandit's stolen loot will do just fine.
We have Alexios pretending to be Hermes and talking to this poor woman, which he later goes and helps her with her problem. In my opinion, there's this notion that the game is making fun of the ancient religions and ancient conceptions of gods and myths. However, the game then offers us this. Our hero has to challenge a sphinx.
This is it! The realm of eternity! The house of the gods! Creators of the universe! Outstretch your mighty hands and raise me to the heavens!
Fight a Cyclops. Kill a Minotaur.
Here? It's me, Prince.
And have an epic battle with Medusa. In the expansion pack, our hero travels to Elysium, to Hades, or the underworld, and then ends the game in Atlantis. In conclusion, this game was designed with a lot of accuracy and detail. However, for the purposes of gameplay, they had to incorporate the Greek myth, even though they're making fun of their religion and making fun of the regular religious people, and even claiming that our hero is not a god, but can help. They still make you fight a mythological creature, which was the best part of fighting a chief and video games. Assassin's Creed is a great game, and through fighting enemies, enriches players to explore and have interest in ancient Greece, ancient Egypt, and other locations where the game is being played.